This is Fun Day Friday with Evan and Rob. We are here in the studio with John C. Reilly. How are you doing today, John?
Very well. And yourselves?
Fantastic. Thanks so much for coming in. This is awesome. This is so awesome. So, Rob, take it away.
Yeah. So, John, how did you get into acting?
Well, I met this weird guy in grammar school named Jim who was like, my aunt teaches a drama class at the park. You should come with me. It'd be really fun. And he and I were really making each other laugh at school in those days. And I was like, all right. And so I went over there, and it was like this eureka moment. I was like, I found my people. There's all kinds of weird people like me that prefer to live in fantasy land. And I remember, like, the first acting exercise, it wasn't his aunt anymore. It was some other guy had taken over the class. And he was like, we're going to do an exercise. You guys going to lay down on the ground like your pieces of bacon in a pan. And now I'm going to start to turn the heat on. And now what happens to bacon when it's cooking? And I was like, sizzling and popping around on the ground. I was like, this is amazing. I can be baking for hours. This is so fun. It was like, I don't know, I just found the thing that I was good at.
Yeah.
Which up until then, it was like breaking bottles against the sides of buildings. And so it was really good that I found a creative outlet for my mischievous energy.
So how was it working with Mark and Jay?
Mark and Jay are great. You know, they come from a super low budget, kind of micro budget background, and I think what that really teaches you is self-reliance and the ability to trust your instincts and to go after the truth, you know, at all costs almost, because, you know, when they made The Puffy Chair, I don't think they were thinking of it being this breakout movie that was going to make their career. They just felt like, let's just tell the truth. Like, let's just make a movie about people our age and what's really going on, and let's have them characters talk to each other the way we really do, and so it's pretty cool that they were able to bridge the gap between, you know, a movie of that size to one of Cyrus, which is, you know, cost millions of dollars. But I can tell you, like, even in moments when the studio was like, make a decision, decide what you're doing here, like, put the camera on a tripod for Christ's sake. Can you please put the camera on a tripod? They were like, no, we're not going to put the camera on a tripod. That's not how we're going to tell this story. It's like, it's a handheld movie, and that's the way it's going to be. And no, we don't know what's going to happen today, and that's okay. We're going to find out what happens today by, like, letting the actors inhabit their characters, and we're going to shoot in order, and we're going to find out, like, where the story's going to go. Like, that takes real cojones as a filmmaker, especially when someone's handed you a check for a few $1 million. Like, it's kind of cool that they stuck to their guns and they still made movies in the authentic way that they knew how.
How was it working with Jonah Hill and Marissa Tomei?
Jonah's awesome. He and I worked together on Walk Hard, so we knew each other a little bit, and we have some friends in common. We got to know each other a lot better on this movie. We ate lunch together almost every day that we were on set together. And we got into this thing of, like, YouTube duels, where, like, he would show me something on YouTube and, like, oh yeah, have you seen this? Booyah! Like, and so it was just a lot of laughter off the set, and then it made it easier to play kind of enemies in the movie because we had so much fun messing with each other off camera. And then Marissa's just a great actress, and I didn't really know her at all before I made the movie, and, like, the cool thing about shooting in order, which we did with this movie, which is almost unheard of at this point. The cool thing about shooting in order was, like, as Marissa and I get to know each other for real, you're seeing it happen on camera. Like, the deeper our friendship got off camera, the deeper it got on camera. I mean, we weren't sleeping together, but sadly.
Yeah, how was it smooching Marissa Tomei?
It was pretty easy on the lips. Yeah, she's beautiful.
Was that hard? I mean, you're married, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, was that hard at all for your wife? Or?
It got hard, and then it got soft again, and then no, it you know, we're all very professional, but it was weird. Like, after, like, I met Marissa and, like, we shot that scene at the party where we meet each other, and then the next day it's like, and I'm seeing your entire naked body. All right, well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Like, it was pretty cool.
Now, what do you prefer, a serious role or a comedic role? What do you at right now?
I prefer to be employed. You know, that's the truth of it. Like, I like to switch it up. Like, I've been doing a lot of comedy stuff, so I was really happy that a movie that's a little more dramatic like this one came my way. What I do is kind of the same no matter what I'm doing. Like, I try to just do it as real and as honestly and in the moment as I can be, and then if the circumstances are ridiculous, then I'm in a comedy, you know, like I remember, I think that's what makes it, like, remember in Talladega Nights, you saw that one, where I take Will's wife and children from him in the 2 hours when he's away from home. And there's something really, really funny about that scene, but I'm just playing it for real. Like, yeah, she came up to me, grabbed me by the crotch, said she wanted to marry me, and I'm like, all right, I guess I'm putting my face over your face on the family portrait. There's something so crazy about playing a scene like that, but I was just playing it as honestly as I could. You know, it's not like I was trying to be funny or whatever. I was trying to be honest. Like, hey, dude, I'm sorry I took your wife. Can we still be friends? Like.
We loved that sleepwalking scene. Oh God, we like rewind it and watch it again. Was that a lot of improv?
It was pure improv.
Yeah.
It was like not even like, it was like
gibberish.
Yeah, it was like pure stream of consciousness, like behavior. It was like whatever was popping. Aunt Carol, I'm going to the airport with Aunt Carol. Like, Will was just, it was really a struggle for me to not laugh during that stuff.
I'm sure. Yeah, and I was going to ask you, you know, you start off with films, great films like Magnolia, and you were the Sasquatch in the Tenacious D video.
No, I was not Sasquatch in the Tenacious D.
You weren't?
No, Sasquatch is real, and I was the Sasquatch researcher. If you look at the credits of the movie, the only place my name appears on that movie is Sasquatch researcher.
Unbelievable.
And the end credits.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
So you guys really got the real Sasquatch.
Yeah, it took a lot of wrangling and baiting and tracking, but we did get him.
You know, how was that transition? You started off as a really serious actor, and then you kind of, you know, with Will Ferrell and Adam McKay and all that. I mean, how was that among your peers and everything?
You know, everyone loves Will, you know? And the truth is, like, movie making just goes through different phases, and as an actor, I want to do as many different things as possible. I never want to be so dignified that I can't do silly things, and I never want to be so silly that I can't do dignified things. I want to just constantly confuse everyone. So that
I think you're successful.
they don't know what's going on. They don't know what to expect. And they don't know who I really am. You know, that's the job of an actor, I think.
Yeah, what's up next? I mean, what's your next project you got going on?
I have a couple movies in the can. One is called Cedar Rapids. That's with Ed Helms and Anne Heche.
All right.
And that's like about insurance salesmen that go berserk at a convention.
Oh, wow.
That's really funny. It's directed by this guy, Miguel Arteta, who did The Good Girl. Really great director that I've worked with before. And then I just finished this movie called We Need to Talk About Kevin with Tilda Swinton, which is much more of a kind of an ass-kicker, dramatic movie.
Great.
About a family that has a son that they just don't know what to do with, and he becomes increasingly violent. It's just a super intense story, but I'm really proud of that one. And again, another change up.
So before we sign off, any words of wisdom that you have to share?
I would say always keep a diamond in your mind and try to keep Fridays fun.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you very much, John, for being on the show, and we look forward to seeing more of your work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.